What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hendrix. Wednesday night, happy hour Hendrix. Well, happy hump day hour with Hendrix. You know what it is. You know what it is. So I'm coming to you this week. It's Wednesday, like we always do. Um, this week gonna touch on a couple of things, but there's a reason for the title of the show: music medication. Now, tonight's music has a particular theme, and it all has to do with, you know, let's just be straightforward with it, marijuana. All the music has to do with 420, weed, marijuana, um, reefer, ganja, whatever you want to call it. That's what tonight's music is. So, with that being said, um, yeah, we're gonna jump into it, and we're gonna go with Loonies. Now, I know last week we had some audio issues. Hopefully I've corrected that. Um, Trying to play with some things again. We upgrading, but that's how sometimes it's a hit or miss. But hey, we appreciate y'all rolling with us. But we trying to make the show better, so we're trying some new things out in this whole epidemic. I said epidemic, pandemic that we're having. So just trying some new things out. Want to make sure that hey, we got some things going on. I hadn't been feeling the best. A couple of people have been wondering. They questioned me. I'll be all right, but with the weather jumping around, it's hot. Hey, it is what it is. I have my good days and my bad days, but I try to do my best to pull it together for an hour here with y'all. So, with that being said, music medication, and this is Loonies. I got five on it. It's the remix though, so taking it back with this one. So y'all enjoy this while we let everybody else go and come in the room. For those that join us on time, but everybody else gonna come in the room and catch this vibe real quick. Y'all come on in the room, catch this vibe, y'all. So tonight's theme, music medication. And hey, if you don't know, yeah, that's what it is.
My sin, best believe we'll bend. My corners than you thought. Just something right is fault. Most Caesar, believe that. Okay. Where you from? Oakland. Smoking. Get the tips to crack the chest plate. The zips be so lucky the hotel love me. At every event I'm sacked up, so if you need me, scream to belong to the seat. I get treated so bad. Cody makes it happen. Five feet slapping revenue growth and just a little bit lightweight.
Yeah, that's enough of that. That's enough of that right there. What's up, Quita? I see you, sweetie. Go and get your medication on too. Um, so tonight, let's touch on a couple of things. Want to clear up a couple rumors that we had, and I know Q is probably going to address this, but since it came up in our meeting, I'm gonna go ahead and address it. Everybody's been asking what happened to Sunshine, right? So Sunshine did not get fired. There's no beef, nothing like that. It's just like with Miss Deuce, right? Sometimes people's lives take them in different directions, and real friends will support you in your new endeavors. So we fully support Sunshine. She made a choice for herself that's personal. and she decided what's best for her and her family. Now, real friends understand that just because you're not around doesn't mean you're gone. We still support her in whatever she needs. We're friends. But at the same time, real friends won't hold you back from elevating your life or getting your things together. Whatever the case is, she made a personal decision that was best for her. We respect that and stop asking all the questions. There's no beef, there's no drama. We don't get down like that. No, our crew, we really tight. It's like a family. Yeah, we argue behind the scenes. Sometimes we argue on camera, but it's never anything personal, right? So there's no beef or mishap. So stop all the rumors, stop all the innuendos. Just stop. No, Sunshine made a decision for herself, and she did what's best for her and her family. So with that being said, we wish Sunshine the best. Um, and she's always welcome to come back. But right now, she's handling her personal business. And when you handle your personal business, you don't need to be in the spotlight all the time. Right? Sometimes it means you got to sit your butt down and do what you need to do to get yourself together. And that's what she's doing. So with that being said, you all, stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. We don't believe in drama. We're not going to promote it. Just going to squash it and just make sure that, hey, everybody knows there's no beef. She didn't get fired. Nothing bad. She made a decision. Miss Deuce did the same thing. She made a decision what was best for her life, her family, and sometimes that means you got to walk away from things. Nothing wrong with that, right? Everybody has to elevate. So, with that being said, enough of the heavy stuff. On to the good stuff. Um, you know, I wish I could come at you all at a time where things were a little lighter. But in Wisconsin, as you know, we just saw another black man get shot in front of his kids. And we have 17-year-old white males running around with AR-15s. Nobody says anything. And they end up killing two people. So America, sad to say, but I mean, you want to talk about make America great again? At what point were you actually talking about? Especially for somebody that looks like me. When were you talking about? What time frame are you talking about exactly? Because I need to know this. So that's perplexing to me because if I look at it from a standpoint of being black in America or being a minority in America, we've had it rough since day one. The Native Americans got their land and property stolen. A lot of black people came over here in chains. When was it good for us? Hispanics, Asians, you name one minority population, they hadn't had it great here in the US. So I still ask that question to this day, almost 4 years later, what time were you actually talking about? But with that being said, I also realized that there's some great things going on. So like tonight, a couple of NBA games were canceled because the players sick of it. A lot of people tell them, oh, you're just a player, stick to bouncing the ball. I'm sorry, but they get off that court, they a black man, period. So I'm actually proud to see them walk off in protest because no matter which way we protest, it's always the wrong way. So you might as well just do what you do because everybody's going to always have something to say. So this is the reason for the songs tonight. Musical medication. So we're going to keep it rolling. And we're going to go old school. I went old school with 5 on the remix. I'm going to go really old school with this one. See if y'all can check this one out.
One, two, that's like it. So I just ride as I glide down the wicked in the south side. As I speak in the flow, my label is death row. You know, caddy to the so proud of the today, cause we be bumping with the groove.
So y'all know how we do. I need some comments. What y'all drinking on? What y'all smoking on? Let me know. I see Miss Quita. She got her medication going right now. I see you, sweetie. What else y'all got going on? Let me know. You smell it, smoke. It's just me and the Holy Spirit love. All right, y'all. Oh, I didn't mean to start that over. That was Blown Away from Blown Away, the Bud Around soundtrack. Now that take you back, but again, it's all good. So, Quita, you sipping on rum and Coke, sweetie? That's a nice classic drink. Nice classic drink. I like that. I like that. So I know she ain't the only one watching. Y'all give me some more comments. What y'all sipping on? What y'all drinking on? What y'all smoking on? If you're smoking on where it's legal, let's get that. Let's get that right. Let's get that right. Let's make sure we get it right. If it's legal where you're at, let us know what you're smoking on. All right. Now, everybody has their own preferences, and that's okay. Some people like to smoke. Some people like edibles. Now, if you're into edibles, please be careful because the edibles will sneak up on you. They are not like, smoking a joint, smoking a blunt, hitting the bomb. It's not like that. Edibles take a minute to kick in. Sometimes an hour to 2 hours. It'll take for it to kick in. But oh, buddy, when it kicks in, watch out. So, for people that are not into edibles and you're going to try edibles for the first time, my suggestion would be to start with a low dosage, such as 5 milligrams. Now, with 5 milligrams, you can split it in half, get you like 2.5 milligrams, and see what it does. Now, again, I'm a scientist, so I approach things in a scientific manner. Now, with that being said, you need to understand what your tolerance is. Quita got that. Quita got the good stuff. She got granddaddy perks. Okay, I ain't mad at you. To each his own. Um, you know, I can't knock it. You do what you do. But back to what I was saying. If you're going to partake in edibles, please make sure you understand how much is in each serving and meter yourself to understand what your tolerance is. Understand this: the quality of marijuana in commercially sold items is significantly higher than what you would find in your normal weed off the corner. Okay? Understand that. It is quite a bit higher. So you need to make sure you understand what you're getting into. Now, with that being said, commercial products also have the dosage. Tells you how much is in each one. Now, 20 milligrams may not sound like a lot, but oh, trust me, if you take it all at once, you will understand that 20 milligrams is quite a bit. So, pace yourself. Start off with like 5 milligrams, see what it does, give it a couple hours to kick in, and don't be like in about an hour, 45 minutes, oh man, this edible ain't nothing, and you pop another. Big mistake. Big mistake. Because as soon as you pop that second one, a couple of minutes later, that high gonna kick in. And then you're gonna be like, what have I done? So if you're gonna participate as adults, make sure that you meter yourself and make sure that you're safe. The other thing is, just like with alcohol, don't drink and drive. Don't partake and drive. Sit at home, chill out, make sure you're at ease. Don't go ripping and running around. Chill out. Because when the edible kicks in, again, it kicks in like Shinobi. So, don't go off and we're gonna stay on the West Coast. So we did those Loonies, did Blown Away. Now we're gonna do a little Snoop Dogg. Then we're gonna move toward the center of the country. But we're gonna stay on the West Coast for right now. So this is Smoking Weed featuring Nate Dogg. Yeah. And Ray J. I forgot about Ray J. Nate Dogg and Ray J. Smoking weed.
Jumped out my bed, now head downstairs, watch the book about my eyes, put some braids in my hair, grab my favorite toothbrush and then press, rinse my mouth out, now I'm ready for the rest. Break it down, roll it up, pass it, you had enough, you with the big boss dog, so gonna talk, real talk, can you still walk? Have a seat, have a drink, now rest your feet, see that's the problem, you think that you can go with me? Smoke and set your whole life, now you wanna flow with me? Go to the store with me, and get some delicious sweets, and grab a bite to eat, before you fall out. I'ma fall out, and every day we gon'
again, y'all. Tell me what you're smoking on, what you're drinking on.
You got the promise good, and you can ask Ray J, he know. Smoking weed, with my head back, feeling real good. Cause it's like that, another 20 seconds, we got 50 that, we keep doing that. Smoking weed, keeps me at peace with these crazy things I see. Smoking on these trees keeps me in sleep. Without no where be. Smoking lighter. I got my lighter, got a blood. I smoking weed. Cause I wait, I'm right beside her. I got an ashtray at my place, ready for pipe, God. What you got, niggas? I got the cushion, packaging pieces that keeps the bed up my shirt. Cause my nerves on alert, paranoid like your boy cooking up some work. Look, but I ain't touching that dirt. I ain't smoking that shit and make your whole head hurt. I got a card for the cataract, doctor that's legal to twist up green, call it Philadelphia Eagle. Knocked out, paying my check, silver haze blowing out the Lamborghini air vent. I got the blunts and a pound of leaves, I've been a perk man, plus I got that OG. I wanna roll it, twist that. I wanna fire it up and get that. I wanna pass it around, get it back, get it back to me. Smoking weed, weed. I got the lighter, I got my lighter, got a blood. I smoking weed.
Yeah, so that was Smoking Weed, Snoop Dogg, Ray J, Nate Dogg. Yeah, that was another classic, man. So with that being said, one other thing I want to touch on real quick is the legalization of marijuana. Now, I know a lot of people have their own thoughts, and you're entitled to them, and that's fine. You have opinions, but again, I'm a scientist, and I go where the data leads me. So, here's something that you probably did not know, that you cannot overdose on marijuana. But it's listed as a Schedule 1 drug. Which means you get a lot of time for doing marijuana or having it or being in possession of it versus something like, I don't know, cocaine. Interesting, don't you think? But that's neither here nor there. What I will say is that it is not possible to overdose on marijuana. That is a scientific fact. So, why isn't it legal? Well, again, it has to do with people not understanding science and going with hoopla and scare tactics. Here's one thing you need to understand. For those that do not understand science, you do not get it. I understand where science can be very scary. However, if you do any type of data analysis, you will find that marijuana is not actually harmful. No more harmful than tobacco or alcohol. Actually, alcohol and tobacco are actually worse for your body than marijuana. Facts. Scientifically proven that they're worse. Tobacco and alcohol are worse for your body than marijuana. Now, You may ask, well, Reggie, Hendrix, why is that so? Well, let me break something down to you about marijuana. Marijuana is natural, which means it actually functions with your body. So you have things like cocaine and meth and crack that because they're not, they're not able to work properly with your body, they're actually in and out of your system in roughly 36 to 48 hours. Now, marijuana, on the other hand, marijuana is some people say it's a drug. However, if you looked at it that way, tobacco is as well. Difference is marijuana doesn't need any further processing. Tobacco does. Alcohol does. Cocaine, meth, opium, all this needs further processing. You can have a marijuana tree in your backyard, go pluck a bud off, let it dry in the sun for a couple of hours, and then guess what? Roll it up, smoke it. Hey, you can get high. But that's the fun part. There's also a lot of medical benefits to marijuana. And this is where a lot of people get confused. Marijuana also has a subcomponent called cannabinoids. Now, cannabinoids actually provide a lot of pain relief, stress relief. They help with anxiety. But what the cannabinoids do is they actually provide the health benefits. Now, a lot of people have been turned on to CBD lately. CBD is just marijuana or hemp without the THC, and it provides the same health benefits. So, y'all always see me with my vape, my handy dandy vape, right? Y'all have been watching Master Gas. We're on season 4 now. Most of the time, you see me with this. I choose to vape CBD specifically because I do not like the medication that I need to take for lupus. This provides me with all the same benefits. I feel just as fine. I can usually function, but I don't have the side effects. And when you don't have the side effects, yeah, it's great. Quita, you're right. We were born with cannabinoid receptors. Again, this is why it functions with your body. Again, so you're being a little more specific, but yes, dear, you're absolutely right. So with that being said, I know there was a lot of hoopla on this hydroxychloroquine thing. Again, I have lupus. I'm telling you from a person that has taken hydroxychloroquine. It gives you diarrhea pretty severely. Everybody that I know that's taken it has had diarrhea pretty severely. Now, don't get me wrong. It's one of those things that it does work, but the side effects are horrific. One of the other medications I was on was prednisone. It's a steroid. Trust me, I do not like taking prednisone. It's you never know what you're gonna get. They give you the same medication, it'll have different effects every time you take it. Sometimes I have insomnia. Sometimes I'll sleep for like 14, 15, 16 hours at a time. You know, there are days when I can't even move. Um, there's some other side effects like your sex drive is either greatly decreased or greatly increased. Who knows? It just depends on you as a person. Because you could be like a 90-year-old man and it won't get up, or you could be like a 15-year-old boy where you stay rock hard all day, every day. You never can tell. Now, I can't speak on what it does for women because I'm not a woman. I have not ever been a woman, so I don't know. But I can tell you the male side effects that I've experienced, and trust me, they're not great. Another medication they put me on is hydrocodone, again for pain. Don't like it. Makes me feel like I'm watching my movie on a big movie screen. I'm half a step behind. I hate taking it. However, with the CBD, there's no THC. Well, I shouldn't say no. There's like 0.03% THC, which is not enough to get you high. But it does have a calming effect, pain relief. It reduces inflammation. Again, people are scared of the science. So all this going on with the coronavirus and people being scared of science, I get it. It's something you don't understand. It's very complex. But again, I'm a scientist. I have lupus. Oh, I already talked about opioids. I talked about the opioids. I talked about the opioids already. I always have a problem saying that word, Quita. But you know what I'm talking about. So I have an issue taking these medications and they have all these side effects. People don't understand the science. Again, one thing I've been doing for the last 20, almost 20 years and getting paid for it. So I may not know everything. I don't. And I'll quickly admit, I don't know everything. But what I know, I know. And it's going to be hard as hell to challenge me on it. Because when I look at something and I do my research, I do my research. And I just don't look at one source. I usually look at least 5 sources. And then of those 5 sources, I try to find me at least 2 or 3 that have the opposite opinion, to have a full understanding of the decisions I'm making when it comes to science. Now, one of the other things that you have to understand about science is there are methods and there are scientific centers that have a great reputation. And with these reputations, it's come over time. We're talking not 5, 10 years. We're talking, anywhere from 50 to 150 to 200 years sometimes. These are the places that I go for my scientific research. Now, if you have, Rutgers University, usually the Center for Disease Control, the World Health Organization, these are places that takes all this information and pulls it together and puts it in one nice centralized location. Again, science. Follow the science. If you don't understand, don't be scared of the science, because science is not scary. It'll teach you something that you don't know. However, you have to also remember that sometimes in science, you're given information that you can process, right? Because in school, we were all taught in elementary school, there are 3 phases of matter: solid, liquid, gas, right? Then they told you, oh, well, you can have a solid like ice, it'll melt, give you water, you keep heating it, it'll give you the gas, right? Stuff that happens. This is the part they don't tell you. There's another phase of matter. It's called plasma. Now, plasma is a little tricky. Now, for a feeble mind, it's kind of hard to understand science like that. And it's hard to understand what plasma really is, because depending on the situation, sometimes plasma behaves like a solid, sometimes it behaves like a liquid. It's kind of in between. But you can't tell a child in elementary that. It's too much for their mind to comprehend. So they just tell you, hey, there's 3 phases of matter: solid, liquid, gas. You can understand that, grasp it, and then move forward with it. But you have to do that with science a lot of the times. Because another example, growing up in science class, they always told you, you get 2 hydrogens and oxygen, you put them together, that'll give you water, right? That's true about 70, 75% of the time. Now, the other 25, 30% of the time, you'll get different reactions that will come out of that same process. But again, to make kids understand it, they give you this simple equation, which is about 70% true, but it's not true all the time. It allows you to grasp the concept. And when you're teaching, grasping the concept is more important than understanding all the little nuances. Because if they throw those nuances on you, it'll confuse the hell out of you. But this is, again, you have to get your basics down. So don't be scared of science, right? So with that being said, we stayed on the East Coast a little bit, right? So now we're going to go down south. We're going to hit you up with a little mystical, Still Smoking. And I'll be right back.
I roll like broken on, but I saw even if around the bitch, I don't know what y'all smoking on. Nigga like that, we call them cool. We trying to get cool, we smoke your weed. That's what they do. God damn it. See my little stick. When the beat is, then it's good and it's going down. So ready to nickels in them down, bitch, we're going down. Dance through the levels to the 12, 5, 5. Beat that by my niggas, I heard somebody say one time. But I've been in the line and I kept rolling. And I'm rolling, I gotta give it this better. I'm rolling. It accelerated, I made that left by the last center. I hit that bitch one time.
Woo, yeah, that's Mystical, still smoking. Now, oh, weed. It's a very interesting thing, right? However, in Texas, there's another little thing called bar. Now, I'm not a big fan because I don't really deal with it, but I know a lot of people that do. Now, promethazine, hydrocodone, handlebars, whatever you want to call it, they do that here in Texas. And apparently it went big for a while, like in the late 2008, 2009. But I'm sorry, people been doing that in Texas since like 94, 95, where they taking, hydrocodone, promethazine, mixing it with soda and drinking. Craziness. Q popped on for a second. I don't know what he doing, but it's all good. So with that being said, we're going to keep it down south for a minute and we're going to hit Paul Wall, sipping the bar. Yeah. Sipping the bar, gripping the grain. I got 17 carats in my piece and chain. Down open up the map and take a trip down south. Come on over to Houston, Texas. Welcome to the Swisher House. It's the land of the trail. I'm coming live on the block. I got my mind on my hustle. I'm trying to make it to the top. So I put in work and stacking that. Determination is all I got. On the grind, I scheme and plot. Whatever it takes to raise my stock. I'm breaking bread out here trying to survive. I'm underwater with these sharks praying that I stay alive. I'm putting up numbers like what it on this 610 South. Ain't nothing south about my block except the packs of the South. This here that people's chap talk is the expressions of a G. And I'ma be chasing after them G's until I R.I.P. This proud wild baby, what it's do? Been Vegas group 692. That Pat, Lil Kiki, Funky Hop, and the rest of the crew. So who's next with the flex? I'm flipping slab and waving good with screens hanging down from the roof. I'm bobbing like a true play should. I'm sipping the ball. Gripping the brain, I got 17 carats in my piece and chain. Sipping the ball. Gripping the brain, I got 17 carats in my piece and chain. Sipping the ball. Yeah, I had to give you a little, hey, I'm sorry, I got to throw a little Texas and Louisiana because whatever I do, trust me, when it comes to music, I give you all these things and stuff like that. Texas, Louisiana going to always be represented unless I'm going for a straight, very specific area of the country. Yeah, hey, I'm sorry. Texas, Louisiana, third coast, I got to do it. But with that being said, had a couple smoking songs, threw the bar song in there from Houston, but this is where you have to bring it all together, right? So again, everybody be on their own thing, and I appreciate y'all joining in, y'all popping in. But I do need to see some comments. I mean, Quita, you showing me a lot of love, sweetie, and I appreciate you. But I need to know, I know there's other people out there watching because I can see the count. So I know y'all out there. So talk to your boy. What y'all got going on? What's y'all favorite strain? Let me know. What's y'all favorite strain? What do you like to smoke? Some people on that some old perp or something like that. That's cool. But if you're gonna do it, again, you're an adult, do what you do. However, I will say this: given the fact that in most places marijuana is still illegal, please, 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 if you're gonna partake, be wise about it. Okay, don't be out ripping and running around. Stay at home. Stay stationary. Do what you're gonna do, but do it in your house. Don't be out and about. Cause honestly, that's not a good look. Right now I know a lot of clubs and stuff are closed, but when stuff gets back open, don't go running around smoking out in public. That's really not cool. You think you're a thug, and it really just doesn't do anything for you. It actually depletes who you are as a person, because who does that out and about, right? You're trying to show off for who? Who are you actually trying to show off for? So this is one of the other things that, us as black men, we have to make sure that we're teaching the youngsters that at the the real value of being a man is not who you show out for. It's what you do at home, what you do when nobody's watching, right? That's what really makes a man. What are you doing when nobody's looking, right? Because it's easy to come up and show out and flash and all that. But if you flashing thousands of dollars at the club, blowing money at the strip club, but then you go home and you eating sardines and crackers every day because that's all you can afford because you want to go out and stunt. What good is it? What good does that do you? I'd rather sit at home, eat me a nice steak, throw it on the grill, and be chilling versus going out flashing for somebody else. This is one of the things that when I look at the people that I consider friends, we're not flashy for each other. We get together, we do our thing, but one of the things that we have to understand is first and foremost, you got to take care of home. You ain't got to ball and show out for me. I'd rather you give your wife and kids a nice home to live in. And if that means that, hey, I can't ever see you, but a couple of times a year, it is what it is. But you being a man and you handling your business. That's the key to being a man. It's not people fearing you. It's not people thinking, oh, you got this, you got that. No, it's about you handling your business. Because if you handle your business as a man, everything else is going to fall in place. You'll get respect. You'll get love. But you ain't got to show out for everybody. So, fellas, stop doing that. It's not really worth it. Just don't do it. Chill, stack your paper, get on your grind, your hustle, whatever that is, get on it and stack your money. Because here's the thing. You can go out and have all this flashy stuff. You had the cars, the rims, and all that. But when it's all said and done, what value does it have? Now, think about this. You put your money into some stocks, some bonds, your 401k, your IRA. These are things that'll make you money while you're sleeping. You go out and buy every pair of Jordans, what money is it making? Now, if you know me, you know I am a Jordan fan. I have a nice Jordan collection. But like I tell everybody, most of my Jordans, I give my dividend checks from Nike because I'm a Nike stockholder. So my Nikes are actually paid for by most of you. And I appreciate the love. However, I would like to see you all start doing the same thing. So Nike stock right now is floating around $100 a share. Think about that. You go out and buy you a pair of Nikes right now, you're going to pay most of the time on average $100, $120. Go ahead and buy you a share of stock and watch it make money for you. Having a nice little dividend check that comes in 4 times a year, it's kind of nice. Every quarter, I'm getting a dividend check. And I can go out and buy, I just got a pair of Nike 270s. Didn't pay for them out of my pocket. Came from a dividend check. So think about that. You want to be rocking Polo and Ralph Lauren? Ain't nothing wrong with that because I do too. But guess what? I own Ralph Lauren stock. When it comes to electronics, I'm a Samsung person, Android. But guess what? I own Samsung stock. So yeah, I'm gonna buy it. And then me buying their products, I'm reinvesting in my investment. So I'm paying myself to go buy stuff that I want. It makes sense. Stop trying to be flashy for everybody else. You ain't got to do that. It's not necessary. The only person you're impressing, or the only people I should say that you're impressing, are those that probably mean you no good. And when all your chips are down, they ain't gonna be there for you. They're gonna take advantage of you while you spending money and splurging. And then as soon as your money gone, they gone too. I got the same group of friends that I've had since high school. It is what it is. But these guys, I probably see them a couple of times a year. My buddies from college, I don't see them that often. Everybody has a life. Everybody's grinding. That don't mean I'm not there for them. Because they pick up the phone and call, guess what? I'm going to answer. If I can't answer, I'm going to call them back. Facts. So stop trying to flash, fellas. It's time to grow up. It really is. And this is the season with everything going on in the world, everything going on here in the U.S. It's time to man up. So I'm going to challenge all the black men out there. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to be flashy. Stack up your paper. Let me tell you like this. If you don't have 1 year's salary saved up, you shouldn't be stunting. Period. If you don't have your annual salary in the bank in some form or fashion, and you can divide it up however you want to, stocks, 401ks, IRAs, savings account, you should have your annual salary in the bank. Period. Put away, chilling. Now, where I'm at, yeah. Well, here's the other thing. If you have kids, you need to have money set to the side for them kids. Because you never know. Medical expenses, anything could happen. I was always taught for every kid you have, you should have $1,000 on hand. Just in case. A G for every one of your kids. You talking about you a man and all this, that, and the other. But if you can't put up a G for your kid to just have sitting there waiting for them just in case something happens, that's a problem. Now, understanding that things happen, priorities come up where you have to make hard choices. And you may not be able to put up a G right away. And that's cool too. But that should be your goal. Make it a goal to say, hey, I want to do this for my kids, have a G put up. Or if I'm not going to have a G put up, I'm going to start them a college fund. I'm going to put so much money in there all the time. So again, fellas, we got to step up because this point in time, it's sad to say, but the ladies been holding it down. The ladies have been holding it down, and it's time for us to step up. And it's sad that it's taking all this, but it's time for us to step up. But with that being said, we're gonna ease it up a little bit, and we're gonna keep the thing going. Like I said, we're smoking a little bit, drinking a little bit. Now we're gonna go to Roy Jones Jr. by the Headbangers, or as most people know it, I smoke, I drink. And we're gonna play this real quick, and I'll be right back. Mm-hmm. That's the wrong song. My bad. My bad, y'all. I played the wrong song. I don't know what's going on with me. That is not the song I meant to play. But hey, these things happen, all right? Um, I don't know. I can't even remember the song. Uh, but you know what? Here we go. Mike Jones version. I smoke, I drink. Here we go. My bad.
Mike Jones, Mike Jones, Mike Jones. I charge 5 for a flow, do it big, nigga. I charge 7 for a show, do it big, nigga. I make it without a make a deal, do it big, nigga. 15,000 in my grill. I supposed to stop, but I can't. I'm a dog, I love home, and I'm addicted to money, cause it's hard, do it big. big, nigga. Yeah, yeah. Do it big, nigga. Yeah, yeah. Do it big, nigga. Yeah, yeah. I smoke, I blow, I sip, I train. I'm the leader of the team, I'm the captain of the tank. I'm a grinder, not a whiner, I'm a hustler, not a struggler. I'm the king of these streets, motherfucker. So why you out there talking down on my name? I'm still running these streets, I'm still running the rap game. Ain't nothing changed but my shows and my flows. I'm getting 7 for my shows and I'm getting 5 for my flows. And you been doing promo, renting clubs, doing shows. Cause you know when I know promoters, they booking you for shows. You are hope not just for me, but everybody in these streets instead of coming to me. You drop a CD screaming beat and let me know that you're weak and that you can't fuck with us. How you gonna be gangster working that baby's all rug? How you gonna gain ghetto status when ghetto you ain't living? They claiming you're gangster, but that ain't how gangsters living. I'm supposed to stop, but I can't. I'm a dog. I love home, and I'm addicted to money cars.
As y'all see, I got tons of songs with any genre. I love music. That's just one of the things I do. Um, Now we've been on for like 45 minutes, and I know we've touched on a lot, but I know I come on here to kind of ease the pain a little bit, right? Bring you a little encouraging words, just to kind of reset in the middle of the week, because sometimes Monday gets to us, beats us up. That's why we have Monday night with Shimmy. Give you a little laughter, a little comedy. Mondays are usually hard. Wednesday, I come through, happy hour, kind of ease the pain a little bit, help you reset, finish the week out. You know, Thursday nights, we have After Dark. Kind of again, spice you up, get your mindset for a little wildness and foolishness. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't ever watch the After Dark. I don't ever watch it live. But when I do watch it after the fact, y'all, they be a fool. So the MTG crew got some range. So with that being said, man, check us out Thursday night for MTG After Dark, and then of course Fridays we bring y'all the whole crew all together. And if you think about it, we really follow the theme of the week. Monday, Shimmy brings you a little madness, a little comedy, help ease the pain a little bit on Mondays. I come in, help reset. Thursday night is just freaky. I don't know another word for it, because After Dark is just freaky. There ain't no telling what they're gonna talk about. Ain't no telling what they're gonna do. But you gotta watch it. And Fridays we kind of reset for get you set for the weekend. So if you're not following us on social media, but if you're watching the show, you're apparently following us on something, Facebook or YouTube. But make sure you check out our other social media feeds. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on what is it called? I'm sorry, I went blank for a minute. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you want to find us. There you go. Appreciate you, Q. See Q behind the scenes engineering the show. He hooked your boy up. I appreciate that, Q. That right there, that's what I'm talking about. See, check us out. Google, Apple, Spotify, whatever it is, YouTube, Facebook Live. Hey, make sure you also get registered to vote. So this is another thing where we got to make sure we're getting everybody in line for. Got to get registered to vote so you can participate in the election. Last day to register is October 3rd. So you still got plenty of time. So what I want to do is I want to challenge everybody out there. So go vote, but don't just vote. Make sure you get 2 other people to come vote with you. Take them to the polling place with you. Get 2 other people. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking you to do a carload, but hey, if you want to do a carload, that's fine. But I'm asking you, everybody, 2 people. Get 2 people that you know to make sure that they go out and vote, right? That's all I'm asking. Just 2 people. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna end it on something a little different. I know I got, I'll be all over the place with music, go old school, new school. But I do want to go old school one more time. And, I can't help it, but I was trying to go West Coast to East Coast. I just didn't make it. So ran out of time, but that's okay. What I want to do is just do Bone Thugs and Harmony, you know. Um, and I'm gonna just play it, and then I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna let this play for a few minutes, and then your boy gonna be out. Make sure you catch us every week. You know, I gave you the schedule: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and this Friday we're actually going to have. Well, right now we're have a debate schedule with me and this young lady that's also a watcher on the show. She commented, said she want to come on and debate me, so we're gonna actually do a debate now. Um, to make it fair, not sure exactly what the debate topics are going to be. Kind of know the realm, but the rest of the team is coming up with the debate topics, the questions. It's going to actually be a formal debate. So I'm looking forward to it. So Miss Kelly, you out there? We looking for you. We got you coming, but we're gonna make this fair. No advance notice. So she's gonna get the questions when I get the questions to make this fair, right? So we're gonna see what it do and see if she can actually battle her stance against me. I would love to see it. And again, if she beats me, I'm gonna cash out for $100. That's my word, right? So make sure you tune in this Friday, catch that, because that should be good. But we're gonna catch out. I'm gonna catch y'all later. But we're gonna go out with Buddha Smokers Only, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and this again take you back in the day. So all right, y'all. That's it for your boy. It's been a good time with y'all. It always flies by. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. And I will catch y'all on Friday for this debate. Yeah, I'm gonna come prepared. So just we gonna see what it do. But I'll holler at y'all later. Peace out.